Okay, guys, it's going to be a little bit long, this video, because I'm going to just go through the P&L as a reminder, okay? And I refresher for myself, okay? And I'll put some music on, actually, to make this a little bit more entertaining. I don't know if you can hear it. I hope you can hear it. I'm not sure how Zoom is going to do. Okay, let me share my screen. Let me share. Okay, here we go. Okay. So in terms of the P&L, okay, actually I'm gonna move this here. Sorry. Puta madre, coño. Sure why I did that. Okay, so in terms of the P&L, the key factors, okay, that we mentioned are the inputs here, okay, of how many sales the store has, okay, core product, because that's what we finance, the average dollar size, okay, daily products of other sales, and this is for their margin. I wouldn't worry too much. Then here, the critical ones are in dark black, okay. These are the percentages, what we said, variable pay. This is just as a reference, okay, guys? I think that we're never going to get the P&L perfect and don't have the bandwidth right now in terms of time to keep on running it, but it gives us a reference, okay? I think the reference is there is tons of money to be made, okay? It's why there's tons of money, because the possibility is there, because precisely it's a software business that lives on top of much more complex retail plus demand business. So you're just taking a small percentage, but at a very low cost if you can sell it, okay? Which is going to be absolutely key. So I don't want to run over the P&L too much, because we don't even know if we can sell this afterwards. And we need to do a little bit more research, okay? By asking people in the stores or in the venues around us, which tools are they using for software payments and telemedicine, okay? And then checking around and then having the first conversation saying, hey, is this a value proposition that you're interested in? Okay, but it just tells us that there's profit. There's a potential for a big sack of profit, which normally attracts other people, okay, other sharks. There's blood in the water, okay? I think this is the key thing. There are going to be many more sharks if there's blood in the water, but that's for sure. Okay, so don't want to overdo it, okay? But these are the key areas that you play with. Okay, these are, I would say, this in theory are market data, okay, that you guys giving us, and then these are the commission for the sales team and other variables that we can play around. In the end, cost per doctor and percentages are the big factors. This is the big factor because this is what people you will charge, okay, and we will charge, or whoever will charge. Okay, so this is the absolutely key factor, and this is our internal cost. But I'm not too worried because the margins are sufficiently high, and the costs are clearly, especially the fixed costs with doctors, don't seem to be a problem. Okay, here's the P&L. Okay, as we mentioned, quite complex. Okay, in yellow is always the input data. Okay, that you can change. I wouldn't touch it much. Okay, everything has been modified, as we mentioned, Jerry, and here the unsold is pressed it here, but it goes as a multiplier directly on the cost here, makes it simple. What we know is they make a good enough margin. We always need to run this, okay? Because the cost of the prescription platform will run here, okay? It comes from up there, okay, and it'll run, and it just gives us a reference. This is an average, okay, of both mixes by how many customers are doing one, how many customers are doing the other. Doesn't really matter. I'm serious. I'm serious that I think that this isn't the same with HiBro, okay, kind of a static view. Here, a dynamic view, okay? This is actually rename HiBro. HiBro edition. Okay. Go to market, okay? Because I think this is the important one, okay? And what it's telling us, and you can play around with this, but in the end, as we know, it's a little bit complex. Here, the key factor is the visits per clients, okay? This is manually inputted, but I was just checking. I was doing a cross-check of saying, hey, with this averages that we're running with this speed to market, and it can start earlier, it can start later, okay? Here, I think in November is when there was the event, okay? You can put this here, the industry event. Okay, I think that could be interesting. And I don't want to change the color. You know how I am about formatting. Okay, doesn't matter. This thing might run a little bit later. that's not going to vary too much. Okay, but this gives us a little bit of speed into the traction. And then the key factor here that we mentioned, apologies, revenue ramp up. I think this makes sense. All the numbers I think make sense generally, but the prescriptions per day, per doctor per day, I think this is the absolute key. Okay, these are the, as I mentioned, in the when you're using general metrics, okay, kind of speed to market, like this is like in mathematics what you call exactly, but the axioms, the base understanding that gives you all the other numbers, okay, the visit, the traction, then the sales and prescriptions, HiBro customers, okay, and the ones that go on percentage, the ones that go on absolute value, and the variable cost for HiBro, okay. And here, the important ones are always what we call the check variables. Okay, I have them here and here. Man, this P&L is complete. Dude, this P&L is complete. Okay. Here, cases per doctor per day. Okay, this is very important because this gives you a little bit of a reference. If with these numbers that running up here, okay, in terms of speed to market, here we assume, okay, I'm just assuming that there's 350 clients engaged, that we stop here. It's just a way to run these numbers because the numbers are already good. So perfect. This is the objective, which would deliver around, I'm not sure where I have it. It would deliver 90 converted customers. Well, 105, sorry, 105 converted customers. Doesn't matter. We stop here, okay, and we assume that everything is running flat from here. Just as a reference, and then the amount of, this is important, how many prescriptions per day is the person writing? This tells you a limit, you know what I mean? It's very important to understand that. Is that realistic or not? Talking to the doctors, can they be doing another thing and doing this? Can they do 19 cases per doctor? Perfect. Okay, just in terms, because these are the checks. Well, this is why I call it check fixed costs and check variable costs, saying, hey, is this realistic? How many cases per doctor per hour? You see, I was running in a very low case. I think it's fine. Okay, guys, I think it's fine this matter because the cost is low. You said, Jerry, hey, we can run it to 15, 16, 19. Doesn't matter. The numbers are positive. Okay, so it's all upside. To be frank, the marginal costs are higher and impacting the P&L. Okay, the interesting part, I think, is here. Okay, I'm showing you in USD, okay, but this is an interesting part. This is negative USD, okay, and then the accumulated, okay. So this would be running supposedly a maximum negative of 22,000 USD, which if you want per 34, which is 760,000 Thai baht. It seems worst case scenario, and this is not really organizing. Things could be organized, optimized, okay. And then you go into, this is accumulated, okay? On a week, an accumulated maximum cost of investment would be 22,000 USD, 760,000. Could be more, but it already gives you a reference. It's probably not going to be more than $1.5 million, okay? In Thai baht of extra cost. And it just gives you a reference. And then on a weekly basis, I think the interesting part is this. The potential weekly profit is this. Okay, 400,000 Thai baht. Okay, it's a very good number. Okay, in terms of that. So I think this is the key factor. Okay, that I'll include in the numbers. Then last thing that I'll do, just in terms of this summary. Okay, lower end. I think in the lower end of money that could be made in terms of Thai baht. Okay, per week is more than 140,000. Okay, I'm gonna put this in a message to you guys. Okay, Thai baht, higher end for 150,000 Thai baht weekly profit. Okay, very important. I'll send you the video. I'll include this in the video. Then the next steps. Okay, Yumi and Jerry play with the numbers to say what pricing you want to propose. This is the key thing. Priorities, Jerry, if you can clarify for 17th, 14th, but I think it's already pretty clear. This one, sorry, will be the priority. Jerry, clarify. Okay, but this seemed to be the priorities. And Jerry, list of initial customers. And take the demo. Okay, key challenges. Key challenges I didn't include it here. I'll put it later, but basically if there's a pre-launch price versus post-launch pricing, higher, variable and fixed for more support. Okay, basically, if there are two types of pricing, one to gain penetration, okay, but it's much lower at the beginning because you just want the customers to use it, or it could be for free. But as we mentioned, then there needs to be a reason for them to upgrade. This is the key challenge that we mentioned the other day. Okay, next meeting, Saturday 14th. I'll be, my life is incredibly messy right now. I have a bunch of projects, potential Antler thing, and I have to do preparation for that. I'm not just go in there, hey, how's it going? Okay. And plus other projects that I'm trying to close is a potential dental lab where it's an investment in Singapore, okay, that I'm working on their P&L. And then I have my family here coming Wednesday to Saturday 14th, okay? So my brother and my father far away. Okay, so ideally, I will be coming back from Pattaya. We don't even have time to organize anything better. My wife asked me, Jing asked me, are we going somewhere else? I said, no, we're not going anywhere else because I don't have time to organize. Okay, and we have a place in Pattaya, a place, a hotel that looks good. Okay, so if we can, let's meet in the afternoon. Okay, let's meet at my house around 3 p.m. Okay, it's just a time that I think I can be back. Okay. Then the next month, as mentioned, Antler is it could last 3 weeks. If in 3 weeks I don't have a co-founder, it's a possibility that I'm not going anywhere. There's a 6-week pre-pitch where they might tell you, hey, this is shit. They could go home. Okay. And there's a 12-week pitch where then you do pitch to them. And if they say yes, they give you the money. And if not, okay. I'll be coming back already on Friday the 17th, the 27th. Okay. So then we could meet Saturday 28th. So you see, we're not even changing schedule. We'll have our 5th meeting without even 5th meeting. Okay. It's impressive what we've done in only 3 meetings. 5th meeting. Okay. So ideally, if you could meet, we could meet in both cases. Okay. In Fat Cafe next to my house. I'm just going to be too busy, guys. And just a little bit, it's like in Cartier to my house. It takes a little bit different. I might be able to bike there, but I mean, don't get me wrong. Let's see how the day goes, and we can meet a little bit if the location is a little bit better for you guys. If not, it's just right next to my house. I can go in, gonna go out, take care of the kid. I'm leaving on Saturday the 15th, Sunday the 15th. So I need to be with family. Okay. In terms of our agreement, it was a third each. Okay. I understand if I come back, I can continue doing this amazing P&Ls. Great. Okay. But if I don't, I mean, you guys decide. Obviously, I think I'm worthy of a part of the pie. Okay. But obviously it needs to be proportional to the work. So you guys, I'll leave it to you guys because we're friends. So especially Jerry, I've known you for a long time. So whatever. Okay. It was an interesting journey for sure. If I can continue, I would like to stay as an advisor and continue to take a share of this because I helped push it forward. If I don't go with Antler and I continue can support you, I can support the project, then let's continue going with the 1/3. Okay. Thanks, guys. And see you the following Saturday. Hope the music was good.